Hey, how's it going today, folks? Johnny P here again today. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and just kind of talk to y'all about obviously the carnivore diet, but how hard it is to, kind of stick to or even get started, but also how easy it is to quit. A lot of people, especially after the new year, once they're, gung-ho about kind of getting started and all that good stuff, I see some people falling off of it, and it's one of those diets that is, if you think about it, it's pretty restrictive, maybe one of the most restrictive diets you could possibly be on. But yeah, I mean, it's really hard to get started, but once you get in that mindset of actually wanting to, start this journey, and you are locked in and dialed in with your diet, it becomes one of the easier ones because of its simplicity. Yeah, so again, my journey was, so far I've lost, 160 to 165 pounds. I kind of fluctuate back and forth. I'm kind of stuck right there. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, if I'm comfortable at this weight, if I just want to, try to build some muscle. I am going to the gym, 7 times a week, pretty much every single morning without fail. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to dive into that topic today about how easy it is to get started, and it's just a little bit harder to maintain if you're not in the right mindset, and how easy it is to quit, especially again if you're not in the right mindset. So whenever I first started this journey, I was locked in and dialed in, which I still am to this day. And I've started in late March, early April, right around that area. Really being, diving into it. So it's been, about 9 to 10 months, actually a little bit longer now. Like, it's been closer to maybe 10 or 11 months. And, I'm still dialed in, still want to live this lifestyle. And I've had some crazy results with it. 160 pounds lost, feeling so much better about myself. It's just, life-changing weight loss is what it is. I feel like I kind of got my life back. And yeah, so I think if you're just in the right mindset and kind of want this, for yourself, everyone can say they want it until it comes down to actually, putting forth the effort to get it. Because I mean, again, it's really restrictive. But if you start thinking about kind of, if you're in that mentality about what you can't have versus what you can have, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. What you want to do is, I mean, what are you getting out of this diet? Yes, you're restricting food, but what are you getting out of it? You're taking your life back is what you're doing. You're getting more active. Your belly's going away. All the fat, around your internal organs, your visceral fat, that's going away. All your bloat, all of that's going away. So yeah, this diet is tough, but I promise you, it is definitely worth it. One of the big things that that happened with me is gout kind of runs in my family, which is just terrible. If you guys know what that is, it's just a buildup of uric acid, and it is just the worst thing on your joints when you have a flare up. I haven't had a flare up, in a very long time, especially since starting this diet. And a lot of people think that it's red meat or whatever may be your trigger. Mine was a lot of meat, but losing all this weight and kind of like leaning into it, again, this is my journey, and this is what happened with me. I haven't had a flare up whatsoever. I got rid of all that excess water that was, that I was holding around. My midsection, my face was just, I mean, you could tell the difference within like the first couple weeks, if not the first week, about just how bloated my face was. And, I was still extremely overweight, obviously after the first week, but still, like, you could see it in my double chin. It was terrible. I mean, I just felt like I was carrying around so much weight. It was hard for me to tie my shoes. I mean, getting out of breath tying your shoes, that is like the most embarrassing thing. Just looking back retrospectively and just kind of seeing all the things that I put up with, that I was okay with. No, well, I'm maybe not okay with, but that I was learning to live with. And that's just something that I just never want to go back to. So yeah, this diet is extremely restrictive. You're giving up carbs, you're, giving up some, whatever it is that you just feel like you can't live without. I promise you, you can. That's the mindset that I was was in is like, you know, I'm seeing these results. This is something that I definitely want to do. This is something that I am bought into. And this is kind of how I'm going to go about losing all this excess weight, where I honestly couldn't afford. And I don't know, I'm, you know, like holding 160 extra pounds, 165 extra pounds. I mean, like, not good for your heart, not good for your organs. I mean, I can only imagine. Like, obviously I don't want to put, you know, a number on it, as you know how many years I had left, because obviously I don't know. But that's just a gamble that I wasn't willing to take with my own life, and I had to take, you know, the bull by the horns and just make sure that this is, you know, this is something that I obviously can stick with. I mean, I needed a dramatic result, a dramatic turnaround, and this diet was it for me. And I mean, I couldn't be any happier. I haven't been this lean probably since high school, even going through college when I started, like, you know, putting on more weight, stopped working out and all of that crazy stuff, just kind of gave up on it, just eating literally anything and everything. And I needed something dramatic, because that was a dramatic swing in my life, in the, you know, for the worse, you know, eating everything that I wanted to in sight, without a care about how much weight I'm gaining, or, you know, like, oh, well, I can turn the switch, I can flip the switch anytime I want, I can lose weight. And just having that negative mindset of, like, you know, I'm gonna eat whatever, I'm not gonna work out. That's kind of what got me where I was. So I needed that dramatic shift in the other direction, and this diet is what, you know, what did it for me. So, you know, whoever needs to hear this, you know, I hope this helps you out. I promise you're not, you know, you're not alone in this. Whenever it's, you know, your first week, first month, first day, you know, like, you are not alone. And I promise you can definitely do this. It'll definitely make all the sense in the world once you're looking back on it. You know, 100 pounds, 150 pounds, 165 pounds down, it'll all make sense, and you'll start living your best life. And that's just kind of how I feel about the whole situation, is I needed a dramatic result, and that's kind of where, you know, it led me. So I hope this helped, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down in the comments below. Awesome. You guys have a great rest of your day.